Hello there. So everything got a little bit of a slow start today. I had to pick up my daughter from her wonderful soccer and had some computer problems. But all of those computer problems are now fixed and we are live. My name's Joanne Kaminsky and I am the Skyping reading tutor. And today's topic is, should you tutor everything? Some people think that they will be able to, there's that fallacy out there. They can get more students if they tutor absolutely everything. They think, oh, you know what? I'll be able to, tutor math. I can tutor reading. If somebody needs help with SAT prep, then I can help people with that as well. And, you know, I can see where people would get stuck in that. But here's what happens. If you have this idea that you can tutor everything, then what happens is you're not really an expert at anything. And it's almost like a doctor, right? If you go to the doctor's office and you go to see your general doctor who's going to do your checkup, that kind of stuff, you know, it's much different than somebody who's going to specifically see you because you have a heart problem, or somebody who's going to see you because you maybe have a gastrointestinal problem, right? And what I have found is that the more that people refine what they do, the more of an expert they become. You constantly are getting more and more and more practice with that specific thing. Another thing that can happen is people think, oh, well, if I get more students, then I'm going to make more money, right? Because that's what this is all about. If I get more students, I'll be able to make more money, and I'll be able to actually do this as a real live job that I've wanted to do. And, you may be able to do that, but you still have to find those clients. And if you're not marketing specifically to somebody in particular that has a specific problem, people aren't going to be able to find you. And so it is actually going to be harder to get more students, and it's going to be harder to make more money. So that's a fallacy that a lot of people have. And people think, yeah, but if I get more students quicker and I'm able to make more money faster, then I'm going to get more experience, right? I'll just get experience in all these different areas with math, with reading, with science, with SAT prep, all of that kind of stuff. I will be able to get all of that experience. And you know what? You may, but you're going to limit how many students are actually coming in the door. Some people think that they'll be able to build their business faster by saying they tutor everything. But again, you know what? Everybody else out there, they know what they're looking for, and they want that person that is going to be able to close the gap for their child. And so you want to be able to speak to the specific pain that somebody is feeling, right? So for me, I deal with a lot of people that are struggling with reading, and I specifically work with children. So when I speak to my ideal client, I can say something like, you know what, I totally understand what you're going through. To watch your child sit there and struggle word after word, not be able to get it, is so frustrating. And then when you try to help them, they become resistant. I totally understand where you're coming from. I get that. And that's what I love about what I do, because I'm able to close that gap for those kids, make reading easy for them so they don't have to struggle anymore. Now, how do you advertise if you tutor everything? You can't have a specific message that's going to reach out to somebody, grab them, and say, I have the solution for you. So one of the reasons to really focus on one specific area is that you are going to be able to call yourself an expert. And that's what we want to be able to do, right? We want to be able to call ourselves an expert in our specific area. Because when you're an expert, you're going to get to be able to make more money. Now, you really are going to become an expert because you're going to continue to work with people that have a specific problem. For me, I am focusing with kids who have specific problems in reading. You might be focusing on somebody who has a specific problem in math. And how cool is that? Because now your targeted audience is going to be able to hear the message that you have to share. they're going to see you as somebody who can really connect in an empathetic way, but not just, be sympathetic and empathetic, but you have a real solution that they can hold on to, that they are going to be able to say, that's the person that I want to work with. When people are going to spend their money, they are going to look for those people that are speaking directly to them. But if you tutor everything, you can't have that specific message. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that you can't tutor other things other than your specific area. I have a couple students that I tutor in math. Now, I don't advertise that I tutor in math. Where do those clients come from? Well, some people, they just ask you, well, do you do math? And then I can say, okay, here's the type of kids that I work with in math, and see if their child fits that criteria. Now, specifically for me, I like working with kids up to grade 6. I'm not interested in above 6 because then I start finding I have to reteach myself all that stuff. I'm not really interested in that. But up to grade 6, I'm great. I can totally handle all of that. Also, what I found specifically with my reading students that struggle with math, one of the big areas they're struggling with are reading word problems. And so that's really where I will then gain my focus with the child, is reading those word problems, breaking them apart, trying to figure out how to do the word problems so they can get more questions correct when they take tests and do that kind of stuff. So I explained that that's exactly what I do for my client, and they usually are like, yeah, that's what my child needs help with. Again, because I'm focusing on their specific needs and what it is that I can do for them. So it doesn't, just by saying that you're an expert in one thing doesn't mean that you can't tutor other things. And the cool thing is they'll still pay you the same exact amount that you are asking for tutoring in other areas. I have had people say, well, how much do you charge for math tutoring? It's the same, because my time is still worth the same amount of time. So, the thing that I love the most is that I am able to take all of this knowledge about what it is that my client is struggling with, and I can think about, okay, what is it that my client is going to put into a search bar, right? My child needs help with reading. My child needs help with math. How do I help my child with reading? How do I help my child with math? I use a tool, it's called Google AdWords Keywords. When you go in there, you can type in different keywords, and it's going to show you if people are actually looking for that term. And that's what you want to start looking for. Okay, what are people actually looking for in this area? And I think that's really, really key, because if we can figure out what it is that they are specifically struggling with, what are they using for keywords, you can market to them and get more clients. Now, another thing to take into consideration is what time of year will clients who are struggling with something particular be looking for your services. One thing that I've unlocked with my tutoring business in reading is there are 5 key time periods that people will be looking for my services. And they are the beginning of the school year, when a parent has realized, oh my gosh, my child did not do any reading and they are now behind. All of a sudden, at the beginning of the year, the teachers will do the testing, they'll inform the parents, and then all of a sudden I start getting some new clients in the door. The second time is right after that first reporting period. So after the first reporting period, the parents have that parent-teacher conference, and all of a sudden they find out from the teacher, your child is struggling, they need extra help. And so I can expect that September, October, and November are going to be some key periods for me to do my advertising, because that's when people are looking for my services. Now, around January, people aren't looking for my services so much. I do get 1, 2 clients around that time of year that are new. But the next big time that I get clients again is the third reporting period. And the third reporting period for me is important because that's when people start thinking about that they have that last parent-teacher conference, and that the teacher will say, your child is going to need to go to summer school. Now, for some parents, summer school is not going to be an option for them. Either they work, they can't get them there, whatever the whole situation may be for them. So I know that that third reporting period, I need to start doing some heavy advertising again, because that's when people are going to be looking for my services. And the fourth time that people find me is right before the summer. Right before the summer, they like waited to the last second to find a solution, and then they find me and they're like, yes, and this is a great solution for me because I do not have to go anywhere to do anything. This is fantastic. And they find me, they're enthusiastic, they're excited. Some people have been traveling for an hour with another tutor, it didn't work. Some people have tried summer school and they're like, this is not working for us. And they find me because they, in their frustration, they started typing in some of those keywords that I've discovered that they type on in there. So start taking a look at what kind of keywords your ideal client would be typing in their frustration. Start thinking about the pain that your ideal client feels with what it is that you specifically want to tutor. And I will guarantee you are going to begin to get new clients in the door. Now, in the beginning, remember we talked about, should we tutor in everything? You can make that decision for yourself if you want to tutor in everything or not. But the positives of specifically marketing to one specific area are that you're going to get more people who are going to find you. You're going to be able to speak to their pain. You're going to be able to market to them more effectively. You're going to be able to reach out to them in a much different way than you would any other way. And they're going to be grateful for the services that you provide. And as you build those relationships, if you choose to tutor in another area that they are needing services, you can certainly open yourself up to that. And one of the things that I love to be able to help people with is be able to get as many clients as they possibly can, which is why I have my program, Book Your Online Tutoring Business Solid, for just $27. So if that's a program that you are interested in, you can find out more information by going to tutorpreneurs.com. You can sign up to be on the list, and you will receive more information regarding how to book your business solid and continue to learn these different marketing strategies to continue to build your business to the point where you have so many clients coming in the door, you have to start saying no because you don't have any more space, you don't have any more room. Or you may have to start connecting yourselves with other tutors so that you can pass on some of these clients onto other people who are just getting started in their business. I kind of like to think of it as the, that pay it forward kind of thing. When people give other people clients and helping other people start off their business, you are doing an amazing thing for another person. So I hope that you guys have a fabulous rest of your day. Yes, that my daughter was peeking over there to show her little face, because we have busy schedules as online tutors, but it has been such a pleasure to be here with you guys. I do have a program right now, and the last day of that program to be for people to join that class is tomorrow, and it is the Tutorpreneurs program. You can feel free to email me at jbkaminsky.com if you haven't heard of the program and need some additional information. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you guys, and I'll see you on the next free webinar. Bye.